So we want to bring this to you now as Republican senators who objected to the Electoral College count now face a fury of some on the left who are making a dramatic leap, linking them to violence. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted this, quote, "Senator Cruz, you must accept responsibility for how your craven, self-serving actions contributed to the deaths of 4 people yesterday and how you fundraised off this riot. Both you and Senator Hawley must resign. If you do not, the Senate should move for your expulsion," she says. Republican Congressman Dan Crenshaw of Texas joins me now. Congressman, always good to have you with us. Thanks for being here tonight. So that's just one. I mean, you've got Joaquin Castro, Beto O'Rourke, Representative Joe Moody, Tellerico, all of these government officials making very similar statements, calling them seditionists and saying there's blood on their hands, essentially.
Yeah, let me be as clear as possible here. So Senator Cruz and Hawley, I disagree with them in a fundamental way about the constitutionality of this process on January 6th, the ability of Congress to overturn any electoral votes, period. But let's be very honest. Senator Cruz and Senator Hawley were not hyping up January 6th. They were not calling for people to fight in the streets. They were not saying this was our last stand. That being said, many members of Congress did do that. Many commentators did do that. Many in the media have been doing that for the last few weeks, constantly saying this is our time to fight. And let me tell you something very clearly. They've been lying to people. They've been lying to millions. They've been lying that January 6th was going to be this big solution for election integrity. It never was going to be. I mean, 2 hours of debate, forced 2 hours of debate, that was just some time for some opportunistic politicians to get 5 minutes of time on the floor. It was never going to solve anything, and it was always unconstitutional. You have to have these hard battles won at the state level. That's where the hard work is done. That's how you solve the important question of election integrity. And they lied to people and they said, go fight. Go fight because everything's on the line. That's what they said. And when people fought, they came to fight, and then they fought Capitol Police, and now people are dead. And those same members of Congress who called people to fight, well, they were nowhere to be found because it was all fun and games to them. They never knew what a real fight was. Real fights are scary. Bullets flying, that's scary. The glass breaking, that's really scary. They were nowhere to be found. They scattered. They'd been talking about the courage to stand up to this, the courage to fight for weeks and weeks, but when it came down to it, there was no courage. That's what really happened, Martha, and that's what people need to know. They were lied to. They were lied to about what January 6th was. Election integrity is important. It has been important to me since the day I entered Congress. But I know that I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you where we actually have to do the hard work, and we have to change these laws at the state level because these laws are loose. They don't give people any confidence. People are getting ballots that don't belong to them. There's no voter ID, no signature verification. We hear you. We hear you, but we have to come together and work at the state level and change these things.
I don't think it could be said any better than that. Congressman Crenshaw, thank you very much. I think we need a lot of that honesty and straightforwardness right now in order to heal the country. And I thank you for being here tonight. I can hear the emotion in your voice, and I hear you. That's all I can say. Thank you very much, Congressman. Good to have you here tonight.
Thank you, Martha. Thanks for having me.